Today we'll be restoring this old kayak that has been lying around my house for a while. We will be cleaning all the debris and other stains that has attached itself on the kayak. Here I've been scrubbing it with some soap and water and using a sponge, steel wool, trying to scrape off the dirt that has built up over the years. One of the difficult part of cleaning this kayak is the nooks and crannies. It was very hard to reach. On areas with the most difficult way of cleaning, I've used a sander to remove the dirt. On the side of the kayak there was some paint as well as baked on dirt that has been there for years. That's very hard to scrape off. I discovered that this kayak also was patched before by some sort of glue. Here I'm removing it so that I can use plastic weld to patch the holes. After removing the glue, you can see where the crack is on the kayak. These are two in the back and one in the front. To patch the holes, you need to melt some plastic and then using that melted plastic, patch it on top of the holes. Here I'm using a heat gun, and for my first attempt using the heat gun to melt this piece of scrap plastic, unfortunately this first attempt was unsuccessful. Here I heated the kayak first to prep the melted plastic on it, but I heated it too much, which made the hole bigger. I got worried in this section. The first try was unsuccessful, so what I did next was use a big piece of plastic, melted it on top of a tin foil, using a torch, melt it all the way so that it's very viscous, and then making sure that the kayak or the portion of the kayak is lightly heated, place the plastic on top of the hole. This turned out better than the first attempt. To cool the plastic quickly, I poured water on top of the plastic foil combo. The patch isn't pretty, so I use the Dremel to clear up any excess, try to make it smoother. This kayak, the drain hole was damaged and drain plug was lost, so I had to patch it over and buy a new drain plug. But to attach the new drain plug, I needed to create a new hole. I am working on the drain plug now so that I can test the patches that I created earlier. I intend to pour water into the kayak and see if any water will leak out of those patches that I created. After pouring in the water and tilting the kayak over, the patches are dry. I found that there were no leaks. So that's it for today's episode. Stay tuned for the next episode of this kayak series where I plan to test the kayak in open water. By testing it in shallow water and making sure that there's no leaks, I will be more confident in the patches that I applied today. And that's it for this episode of this kayak series. I hope to see you next time.